I don't know if everybody's seen this video yet, but I'm going to play it for y'all here in a second. And it's absolutely fucked up how this woman tried to set this man up, knowing this man did nothing absolutely wrong, and knowing she was standing there telling a bold-faced lie. And her husband is even more fucked up for standing there and not saying nothing to his wife and checking her. Let me play the video, and I'll be right back.
We need you. What's going on? Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing here?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said something in the silver truck.
Gray truck, and we came around the corner, and I was in the street, and so I come up, and I see my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" I said, "Nope," and then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's...
She got all worried.
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you, though?
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out.
And I saw someone walking in our driveway, too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
All right, sorry.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
You came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? And I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
it was obviously, you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my... It's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this is not... This neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. I don't...
The
you don't
husband.
have to worry
Check
about
him
stuff
out.
like that.
Well, I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I lived here.
It was
That,
the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
First off, hate is taught, and that woman is showing her children right away how to judge people, stereotype people, and how to hate people with her actions and pulling those type of actions in front of her children. Not only that, the husband was super fucked up by being dismissive, talking about some, who cares, we're not going to stand here and argue. What the fuck you mean, who cares? Your wife is out here trying to set people up and stereotyping people and lying on people, and that man could have ended up losing his freedom, and worse yet, he could have ended up losing his life, because this is how a lot of black men has ended up losing their lives, ended up being hung up in a tree, and or ended up being locked up for life because somebody has lied on them and said that they was doing something that they was not doing. To stand there and say, who cares, is to say that you do not care if her actions would have been able to be successful in setting this man up and sending that man to jail. Imagine if they wouldn't have had no cameras. Imagine if this man would not have had no wife. If he did not have a wife and if he did not have cameras, that man would have been on his way to jail, all because this woman was lying. Then had the nerve to tell them that they have to understand where she coming from. No, the fuck they don't. You didn't even want to understand that that man lived there in his own goddamn house. You went somewhere that you was not supposed to be. He was supposed to be there. He was going where he was supposed to be. You asked that man a question and he answered that question, and then you turn around and lied and said that he did not even say that he had lived there. Then you tried to sit there and make up some type of excuse to say, well, you got to understand that my mind was all over. No, your judgment was all over the place. The hate in your heart was all over the place. And if you clear out that hate and you clear out that judgment and you stop discriminating against people, then you wouldn't have no situations like this in your life. Talking about you just seeing a car at nighttime and it scared you. Get the fuck out of here. What's the point of being outside at nighttime if seeing a goddamn car at random is going to scare you? Especially to bring your children out at that time of night of just seeing a car is going to scare you because people cannot drive outside without scaring people. Nah, that's fucked up. This woman got all the way into character and played this shit all the way out and tried to wake up the entire neighborhood with her screams talking about some, help! Help your ass need to be inside of a hospital getting some goddamn help. That's the only help that's needed, and or she need to be locked up for attempting to try to set this man up. This is some absolute bullshit and the shit that needs to stop in 2025. And the thing about it is this. We know that she's not on her way to changing the person that she is because she cannot even acknowledge when she makes a mistake. She wanted to try to come up with some excuses. There shouldn't have been no excuses at all. If she felt bad for what she did, there would have been only apologies and straight apologies. It wouldn't have been no excuse for this, that, and the third, and would have kept on lying. The fact that she's still trying to come out with excuses on this other little video and such like that and everything shows that she's going to continue to be that same person to judge people and have that hate inside of her heart. The only way that you're going to be able to change your heart is you got to acknowledge what's wrong inside of your heart in the first place.